everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your weekly reading. This weekly reading will be roughly between the 31st to the 6th of June and will be for the sign of Cancer. Thank you, Cancer, for all of your contributions to my channel. I greatly appreciate everything you do, and I will never stop. In fact, I think I'm more grateful now than I've ever been. It's just such an amazing journey. Wow, some of you can be dealing with earth signs here, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. I do want to say my courses are going ahead for July. The registrations are up now if you'd like to join us. June are fully booked for the first 3. I still have a couple of places left in the last group. But if you'd like to send me an email if you want to register, that would be wonderful. If you would like a personal reading, all my details are below, and if you would like to donate to the channel, you can do that via my YouTube page now. I'm using the Connolly Tarot to do your reading here. Do remember that the readings are only general, they're not a personal reading, so if they don't fit, don't try to make them fit. I think that's everything. I hear all these beautiful readers on here, all organised with their little spiels up the front, the Lover's card coming out for you here. And I think I feel so clumsy doing all of the promotional stuff, but it's got to be done. Alrighty, let's move forward. Okay, so I have the King of Swords coming out. So some of you may be dealing with Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. The King of Swords is a person who is ready to speak. He is ready to communicate. He wants to offer something new, or he or she. Remember, it can be a female as well. This person wants to offer you something around maybe talking something through. You could have a situation in your life where perhaps you haven't expressed yourself or another person hasn't expressed themselves. This person's ready to have that conversation. The sword, however, is still low. So it may be a little bit guarded. In other decks, he has the sword high, which means he's well and truly ready for conversation. This one's a little bit guarded. If you have a look at the way he's holding his sword and the contemplation in his face. So it's like a conversation needs to be taking place, but someone here is a little guarded about how to approach that. Okay, so we have the Six of Pentacles. So somebody may here be ready to put in some work with you on a relationship. This can also mean that your creativity is at a high and you're ready to co-create with the universe. But there's creation here. Somebody wants to create. Somebody could be offering you a relationship, offering you some sort of opportunity here. But maybe sort of reluctant to do it. But whoever this is, they want to move forward with you here. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords coming out here. And the Nine of Swords, whoever this person is, they're very anxious. They're very anxious and very guarded about how to move forward here and put in this energy and this work with you. Somebody's possibly having sleepless nights here over a situation. The good thing about the 9 is it's nearly over and done with. We do have the 3 of Wands, so I do see you looking forward after this. There's a love offer here that's going to help you close out some pain of the past and help you rebuild. I feel this is a relationship. I did have the Lover's card come out there, so I feel like somehow there's some sort of relationship here that either needs to be built or rebuilt. I feel that someone's ready now to have conversations around what needs to happen, but someone can definitely seek creation with you. Now, there's always a possibility that this isn't romantic love. It could be about friendship. It could be about relational, family relationships. But someone here is ready to put right something that perhaps wasn't spoken about before. There appears to be maybe a situation where people have walked away without being able to truly express themselves, and that sort of needs to be put right in the universe. I've got Spirit saying karma here, so some of those things can create some sort of karmic energy where if it's sort of left unsaid, it sort of stays in your head and becomes a bit burdensome, which is the Nine of Swords energy. We do have the Seven of Cups coming out here. So the Seven of Cups does talk, as I always say, the illusion, delusion, confusion card. It can talk about confusion. Maybe you were left sort of a bit confused by things, but it also can talk about illusion and perhaps not really seeing things for what they truly are. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands coming through here. There's definitely something needing to be closed out here. Definitely. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Could be something to do with work for you too. And the Five of Cups. It's a bit of a heavy energy for this week, Cancer. This could be about work. You could have had a situation at work where you perhaps were not... perhaps they weren't transparent with you about something. Somebody's not been transparent here. There was a conversation that needed to be had. Could be to do with the relationship with this Five of Cups, but especially with this one, because you're sort of focused on past here rather than future. But something needs to be talked about to close out this cycle. This cycle's creating a lot of... it could be creating a lot of confusion for you here, let's say that. All right, so we have the Temperance card here. Could be dealing with someone who's Sagittarius or Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo here. I feel like this might be the energy you're taking on here, Cancer. I'll keep going. There is a wish here. I wonder if this is you that wants to speak or talk. And perhaps something here is stopping you moving forward, and it's because you've become very immersed in the past energy. So it's like you've become submerged in the pain and the unhappiness rather than looking at the future. And I feel like the universe here is sort of saying, you know, in order to bring things around, your wishes true, whatever it is for you, you've got to bring in this sense of balance by getting yourself more grounded and understanding that the past and the pain and the emotions are part of your past, not part of your future. But the problem is, you know, when you've sort of grown accustomed to having that pain around you, it becomes sort of normal. And then it gets really difficult to see the truth because you're so immersed in this past pain. Now, I don't know if this is you or the person you're dealing with, but there needs to be some clarity here to relieve some of this pressure. So it's almost like this pressure's become very unbearable or very deep here, and you're unable to see forward. And the universe is saying, if you can balance yourself out, your wishes can come true. But you've got to be more grounded about this and let go of the emotions here. Let's just keep going. Okay, Eight of Swords. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie, ouch. Three of Pentacles. All right, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. My goodness, I think you have half the negative cards in the deck in this reading. So I don't know if I'm speaking about you or the person you're dealing with, because these readings do flip-flop. Someone is really hanging on to the past energy here. Someone is refusing to let go. They are very immersed in that sadness. Now, this could mean that you or the other person could be quite depressed. They've captured themselves in a prison of their own making. So they're going round and round with the emotions and the feelings. And the advice here from Spirit, if I can give you advice, is to get more grounded, to understand your emotions have control of you at the moment. They are not who you are. Your emotions do not represent you as a person. They are your past energies coming back in to reinforce a sadness. So it's the way you've learned to deal with your sadness, or the way you've learned to deal with your past is through your emotions, and then you've bottled them. Okay, so every time something comes up, instead of just that one experience, you're experiencing all of your past experiences. So there's a need here for you to become more grounded, more focused, and more balanced in your energies if you want to bring in the life you want. Now, if this is the person you're dealing with, they need to have a conversation with you, because it looks as though you've perhaps become very much submerged in your own suffering through something that's happened previously, either with a family member or a person around you. As I said, it could be romantic. It's hard. It sort of just looks like a relationship here where you haven't been allowed to express yourself, or you haven't been able to talk about your feelings. And maybe this is you or the other person holding those feelings back and not expressing them. But that has to happen, because this energy here is saying if you release this energy, all of your dreams will come in. But you've got to learn that it is only energy. You're not who the energy is. Okay, too long. I could talk about this for hours. We have someone here who wants to talk, someone here who has clarity, who now wants to express themselves, someone who wants to work with you on something. But there seems to be some sort of pain of the past holding back. I do see you opening up to the future here. This person wants to open the future for you through some sort of offer here, and allowing you to close down this painful past energy. It could be that some sort of situation or some sort of event from the recent past has caused you to go back into events of the past, which a lot of people are working through at the moment. So that's possible that that could be the case. All right, let me draw you an oracle card. Oh, that one wants to come out, and it's the card of water. That's very interesting when you're a Cancer, represented by water. Okay, 61. Okay, I'm going to read you the invitation here, but I want to also pay note to the medicine. So the invitation says, when water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know that they are going to be changeable, and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here, go with it. The medicine says this is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this. What water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptism, is the opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the material womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from its manifestation, immersion in its dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but worth it. So I feel like you're being given an opportunity to transform here, Cancer. A big opportunity, but you've got to acknowledge the emotion. You've got to feel the emotion. You have to allow it to flow in order to regenerate. Have a wonderful week.